Welcome to another episode of The Lion's Den, deep in the heart of Olympus. I'm your bodybuilder fitness icon Animal, and this is where the magic happens. You know, since I started doing my lower body workouts, I done got so into it to the point where I'm focusing on it just as I do my upper body. So upper body, lower body getting the same love, so they're not upset with each other these days. It used to be a time when my legs wanted to kick my upper body's ass because I was always doing the upper body and no lower body.
That's important, right?
Yeah, it's very important because, I mean, it's just like a tree grow from the ground.
Right.
If your base ain't strong, you know, you grow it, you got this big top and little leg, well, you know, that's eventually something gonna fall over.
They call that the big bird syndrome.
Can't have that. This ain't Sesame Street, baby.
You better say it.
You know.
So what we doing today, Adam?
Well, on the squat thing, you know, I love this bitch because this bitch is versatile, like some people I used to deal with. But anyway, you know, you just go up, you always gotta have this cushion.
And we're doing squats.
Yeah, squats. This is a cushion put on the back of your neck. You don't want that bar laying on the back of your neck because that's your spine there.
Oh, that's why you got the cushion there.
Yeah.
Oh, so you go of course.
Oh yeah, I know my thing. Hey, I started at night, but it went last night.
Go ahead, show me, baby.
But you know, on the squat thing, you go up over here, you back up off of it, you get your arms out, so you know, kind of level thing.
Let me get in front of you, man. Hold on.
Okay, well.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. And you just kind of go down, you know, for however many reps you gonna do. I usually do 4 sets of 8, about 2 something, depending on what day it is, if it's a good day or a bad day.
Now these help. What muscles those help?
This is the quadricep muscle, which is a thigh muscle.
Okay.
You know, that's the basic. When I do that, I'll be actually officially, you know, get out of there.
Okay, I don't want to kill myself. My hand done hit the screen, but we.
Because that bar don't know you, man.
All right, I almost died.
That bar don't know you. Might have something to say to you.
Okay, so give me a roundabout on exactly, point at the part of the thighs.
The quadricep, that's the big, actually the quadricep muscle, basically the thigh muscle, is the biggest muscle in the body. And more often than not, it's the strongest.
The thigh meat.
Yeah, the thigh meat, you know.
You know what I mean?
You know, so that's kind of where I'm at on that lower body workout, because I felt as I've gotten older, I've noticed that the more and more I get prolifically, throw that word at you.
Word.
You know, with my lower body working out, it helps with the upper body.
Okay.
So it all coincides. It's like Napa used to say, there's no unimportant parts. Wish I'd have known that 20 years ago.
But there it is.
But there it is.
Well, let's have a seat. You know how we got to rap, brother.
Always.
You know how we do.
Right.
So they say the Renegade King Animal here with the Lion's Den and everything. You work out the body and you work out the mind as well. So this is the part where we work out the mind.
Well, this is where I do my best thinking at.
So let me ask you a question, man. Our people as a whole, we are different religions, a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got Muslims, we got Christians, we have Hebrew Israelites, we have Moors, we come in many different facets. We have the Pan-Africanists, the nationalists, and everything. Mm-hmm. I personally believe the reason why we have so many identities and so many sets of us, the ex-slaves that's trapped in the wilderness of North America, you understand?
Here we go with that.
I believe it's because we have no true identity on who we really are as a culture. Because we one people. If we one people, that means it's one culture. Or do you believe that do you believe like I believe we was robbed of that culture and we're trying to fight for identity on this land right now?
Well, see, you know, if we go to a certain episode of Star Trek, some people will understand that black folks were assimilated and brought into the Caucasian collective.
Okay.
And when that went down, we took on their mannerisms, their ways, their diets, you know, mixing blood with them was one of the worst things that ever happened. But anyway,
right.
You know, all of what they became, what they are, it became us. In the process of that happening, we totally lost who we are.
And that's right. So when you see people like brothers like who kind of Pan-African, they represent Black Egypt and different stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you shun on them or you look at them in favor, like, 'cause at least they're trying to get back?
Well, see, I understand that if you're trying to revert back to your original self, there's nothing wrong with that, and I would never shun that, because that would make me just as bad or even worse than slave master.
You better say it.
And I ain't gonna do that.
So you can build with the Israelite, build with the Moor, build with the Nation of Islam.
Oh, yeah.
You can build with all of that because you understand that's you too.
That's me.
Now the sad part is they don't understand that we are all the same. They claim we are, but they let those differences, those inconsistencies separate.
Well, see, The one thing, and it may differ from some people, you know, and that's where conflicts of interest come in. Religion divides people. If you ever get in a conversation with a person that's on one religion and somebody from another religious perspective, that's the conflict of interest. And those religions damn near go to war because each one believes theirs are right. You know.
So I say in closing, take me out of here, Animal.
You know, well, you know, one thing I suggest to black people, you know, it's always good to try to revert back to who you once were, which was just quite actually taken away from you. But see, at that point, that's the past. What black folks need to do as a whole is to elevate themselves for who they are now. Because if you live in the past, you will never understand your presence, which means there is no future.
So you have
to ground yourself.
Incorporate all of that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, that's why they call you the Renegade King, because you king over all of the renegades and stuff like that. So
everything the light touches is my kingdom.
You better say it. Have some fun and get something done, man. Peace.